Hey, what's up everybody? Hammerheart Metal Reviews here once again. Today we're doing a brand new album review. We're talking about the 9th studio album from Ereb Altor titled Vargtimman. So this album is actually just released today, Friday, January 14th. Like I said, this is their 9th studio album. These guys are from Sweden. They play kind of a blend of they started out more in the epic doom Viking metal kind of subgenre. Over time they've incorporated more black metal into their sound. So really it's just very epic pagan Viking black metal, and they're just one of the best in this genre. They started out, their first album was back in 2008. That album was called By Honor. If you've never heard these guys before, I would strongly suggest going check out that album. It's absolutely excellent. They really wear their influences on their sleeve. You can tell their inspiration is the Viking era of Bathory, Hammerheart, Twilight of the Gods. They really capture that sound and the spirit of those albums, especially in their early work, but it still permeates throughout their whole career. And even on this album, you can still really hear the Bathory and Quorthon influence really shining through. You hear a lot of other influences on this album as well, which I'll touch on when I go through this track by track. I should have started out by saying I apologize if my voice is a little quieter or raspy today. I have come down with COVID, so my voice is a little shot. It hasn't been the best week overall, but at least we got some great metal to listen to, and I wanted to do at least one album review this week of a new record, and I've been looking forward to this one for quite some time. So yeah, the album is titled Vargtimman. I believe the translation of that is The Hour of the Wolf, which is a very fitting title. This album is has a very dark atmosphere throughout the whole thing, but it's so epic. It's just a gigantic sound, and yeah, this is a really solid album. It's 8 tracks. It's about 42 minutes long. So I'm going to do a track by track analysis, and then I'll give you an overall score out of 10 at the end. So the album kicks off in an epic style. The opening track, I Have the Sky. They actually have a music video for this one. It's about 5.5 minutes long. It's just got really majestic, clean vocals throughout this whole song. It's a really epic and catchy song. Really great melodies. It's got a soaring chorus that you will not be able to stop singing along. This whole song is very sing-alongable, and the clean vocals just really shine throughout this whole song. I'll try to sing a little bit of the chorus, but my voice is so shot. It's just I have the sky in my hand. So fucking good, but like I said, don't listen to me. My voice sucks today anyways, even more than usual, but go listen to these guys do it. The vocals are the shining star of this album, especially the clean vocals. They are just, like I said, so majestic and soaring, and it's just beautiful. Absolutely great way to kick off the album. Probably my favorite track on the album, actually. And after that, the second song is the title track, Vargtimman. This one starts bringing in some harsh black metal vocals into the mix. There was none on the opening track, but this one does bring them in, as well as having some cleans. Kind of goes back and forth. It's got a really nice driving main riff. The clean sung part really gives it this really nice epic quality. This is more of a mid-pace to slower tempo song, as most of them on the album are, with being in this doomy subgenre that's not really in-your-face, fast, aggressive stuff. But this song is just great. Perfect placement on the album. Flows perfectly after the opening track. So then the third song is Fenris. This one's about 6 minutes long. This is a really folky, epic song. The clean vocals are so grand on here. They really, really shine. And it also really brings out the really sad atmosphere. It's dark, but uplifting at the same time. Absolutely stellar song. And then it goes into another one of my favorites on the album, Rise of the Destroyers. This one's a shorter one. It's only about 4 minutes long. Definitely one of the more up-tempo tracks on the album, but it's very powerful and bombastic. There's a great contrast between the clean vocals and the harsh vocals. This one kind of brings out some Borknagar-esque vibes. I get a Borknagar feeling from this, so maybe they're inspired by some old Borknagar that really shines through here. Like I said, you're going to hear different influences at different moments in this album. Overall, Bathory is definitely the #1 influence on these guys. They make no, they don't try to hide that. They actually put out a complete Bathory cover album back in 2016, which was awesome. I absolutely loved it. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. After Rise of the Destroyer, it goes into another excellent song, Alva Blot. This is the longest song on the album, about 6.5 minutes long. Got a great clean sung part where they just say Alva Blot over and over. It's really great. Another epic folky song. Really soaring vocals with great guitar. This one really reminds me of Korthon and Bathory so much, like the Viking era. You just hear like the Hammerheart inspiration here, and the backing vocals on this one's got a lot of those like ooh, like that. Korthon was just the master of incorporating those kind of like backing choirs into some of the songs, and they execute that perfectly here. After that, it goes into another one of my favorite songs on here, Den Digra Doden. This one's about 5.5 minutes long. It starts off with like the sound of crows, and it becomes almost like a tribal sounding song, like very folky. It's got some great raspy black metal vocals. The riffs in here are very simple, but it is very great, and this one kind of actually brings out like some Moon Sorrow vibes. I'm wearing the Moon Sorrow shirt. But yeah, it's got that kind of folky, dark, tribal feeling to it, but it's really excellent. Sorry, my throat is rapping out here. But yeah, definitely another one of my favorite tracks on the album. After that, the 7th song, Ne'er I Morket. This one's got some really prominent keyboards throughout. This one's one of the more driving, like intense black metal songs on the album, but it's really still got some nice clean vocal parts as well, interspersed with the harsh black metal rasps. Like I said, this is one of the heavier and darker songs on the album, but I really dig it. The keyboards really create this really dark, cold atmosphere, and it's just an awesome song. And then the album closes off with the last song, Heimdallr's Horn. This is a really nice way to close out the album. Really beautiful, like subdued, almost peaceful song with some really nice vocals. Hear the sound of Heimdall's horn over and over again, and it's just a great way to close the album. Like all in all, just a really solid epic album. Like I said, it's only 42 minutes long, so even though I'm using the word epic, it doesn't overstay its welcome. It gets to the point and then it's done before you know it. Like you blink and it's gone. I would actually prefer maybe a longer album. So my only complaints here is not really breaking any new ground. They're not reinventing the wheel here. Like I said many times throughout this video, they're clearly inspired by Bathory. They're almost paying tribute to Bathory and the Viking era with albums like this. But that being said, this is a very well executed album. It's very enjoyable. I'm going to be listening to this a hell of a lot for sure. So because of the couple things that maybe hold it back from getting a higher score, like I'm not going to score something too high that isn't too original, which I don't think this is, but that being said, I still enjoy this so much that I am going to give this a very solid 8.2 out of 10. So I do, with my rankings, anything over 8 is very solid that I would strongly recommend. So this definitely falls into that category. Definitely strongly recommend this to you, especially if you're into old Bathory, the Viking era at all, or just into any sort of folky epic metal with some like doom influences, a little bit of black metal here and there. Definitely an album I think you should check out. So anyways, these are just my opinions as usual. Love to get your thoughts down below. What did you think of this album? What do you think of the band in general? Any other albums you're looking forward to that are coming out soon? Give me a like and give me a subscribe. And until next time, Hammerheart Metal Reviews out.